Happy Friday, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great day so far, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day today. My name is Andrew Heischman. I'm the lead forecaster here at NWW116. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the tropics, we're going to take a look at the regional view across the nation. We're going to take a look at models. And then we're going to move on to U.S. hazards issued by the National Weather Service. And then after that, we'll take a look at the local forecast, across the Maryland and Northern Virginia region. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and dive into this as quick as we can because we have quite a bit of things to cover in this video. So disturbance 3, we're taking a look here. Overall formation in the next 5 days is a low 20%. Overall formation chance in 48 hours or 2 days is also a low 10%. So if this thing was to form, it would likely be moving out to the northwest and would not impact the United States. Therefore, we don't really need to be paying attention to this as of now. However, we do have disturbance 2 just located right off the mid-Atlantic, right off the east coast here. Overall formation chance in 5 days, 70%. Overall formation chance in 48 hours or 2 days is also at a 70%. So this thing could form in the next day or two. So overall impacts are going to be very low on the United States. We might have some coastal impacts, along the mid-Atlantic region and everything like that. But, most of the impacts are going to be marginalized as this thing is tracking to the northeast. We don't really need to worry about this guy too much. So then we move on to disturbance 1 here. Overall formation chance is a high 70%. This actually been downgraded a bit. Yesterday it was actually a high 90%. Overall formation has dropped 20%. So, but don't let that fool you. This thing will still likely form. It's still overall high formation chance. Formation chance in 48 hours has actually been downgraded as well. It was high before, a high 70%, I believe, which is now a medium 60%. So it has lost a bit of, support here. However, don't let that fool you. Like I said, this thing's still likely going to form over the next few days. The system is generally going to track to the northwest here, expected to go just north of the Windward Islands and eventually track out to sea. Places like Bermuda should probably pay close attention over the next few days. It would definitely not hurt, as this system is set to track in the general direction as of most hurricane models. Our projection, basically, which we'll check here in a few minutes. So that's what we're dealing with in terms of that. Let's go ahead and take a look here. This is actually satellite imagery of 95L, the one we were just talking about, the last disturbance. And we can actually see that there's still disorganized shower and thunderstorm activity located with this. A lot of development still has to occur, before we get some, more organization with the system. But you can see here in satellite view, we do have a clear, counterclockwise circulation here, indicating that a low has been more well defined, which is a good thing for overall development for the system. We'll go ahead and take a look here. We'll go to 95L models. We'll take a look at hurricane models. Most of these models do suggest that this thing does continue to move to the does continue to move to the west, eventually tracking northwest and eventually north. As we can see right here's Bermuda. It does track, in the general direction. We have some models that are going, if they were to continue, go, west of Bermuda and some that goes to the east of Bermuda. It would definitely not hurt if Bermuda does pay attention over the next few days. This is still several days out. A lot of things can still change, as there's still a lot of, unknown at this point. A lot of things do tend to change. We do have one model that does go through the Leeward and Windward Islands here. However, like I said, the majority tend to go to the north. And from what I've seen, the trend has been going north of the Windward Islands. So this is the likely track moving over the northern Windward Islands over the next few days, in which we'll need to keep an eye on. Intensity guidance here. This is all the hurricane models. All the ones that are projected here are showing this thing becoming a tropical storm at bare minimum here. We do have one model that's going into Category 1. However, if we take the average of these models, it tends to average out near around 45 knots, around 50 to 55 miles per hour, which is about a mid-range tropical storm here. So tropical storm formation of this is likely going to occur sometime further down the line. So let's go ahead and take a look here, kind of shifting away from the tropics now. Let's just take a look at GFS. This is a single model, single run. So you can't take this 100% accurately, but take it seriously in some terms of, just getting a general idea of what's going to happen across the area. For a while now, this model has been picking up on a pretty potent cold front that's going to be moving across the region here, bringing a lot of cool down for a lot of people. We do have a area of low pressure that will be moving to the northeast, eventually tracking across much of the country, just east of the Rockies. Really showing a significant cool down. Starting in the northern Great Plains here, eventually shifting down towards like Texas and Oklahoma. And then eventually going towards the Ohio Valley, which we can actually see here, 12Z, September 23rd. We have, temperatures as low as the 40s, across the Ohio Valley. We move into Michigan and Wisconsin. We see temperatures in the 30s across some areas. We move into Canada here. A bit more north, to the northeast, we do have freezing temps. So we are starting to move into fall. Official fall, I believe, is the 21st or 22nd of September, so we only have a few more days left of summertime, and then fall is starting to make its way, and then eventually we'll start to get more cooler temperatures as winter gets closer. So we have all that going on. This won't even impact the local region here. Further we go down the line here, we can actually see this is 09Z. We'll actually go to 12Z here. We'll go 12Z here. This is for September 24th. This is still several days out. A lot of things are still likely going to change. So this is showing, GFS is showing, local region getting in the 40s, near the mountainous region. Further we go to the east, closer to the coast, we do have, of course, warmer temperatures, in the mid 40s, across like, Maryland, we're talking, lower 40s to mid 40s as well. So, pretty cold temperatures are expected, a big cool down for much of the country, basically just mostly east of the Rocky Mountains. So that's what we're dealing with in terms of the future of what's going on in the weather. So we've got to look at the National Weather Service hazards here. This is current watches and warnings that they have in place. We do have red flag warnings for much of the Northwest here, places like Montana and Idaho. We do also have some in central Nevada here. This is basically fire weather, just to be on the lookout for, wildfires and stuff like that, as usually dry conditions and, windy conditions do tend to, spark fires pretty easy. We also do have, old post-tropical cyclone Nicholas that has been stalling over the southeast, particularly like, Louisiana. We've had, a couple of weeks ago, we had Ida that made huge impacts on Louisiana. And now they're dealing with a stalling system, which is post-tropical cyclone Nicholas, which is literally just stalling and sitting there. So once you have like a storm, it's raining places, and it just stays there, it's just going to continue to rain, in which you're going to get a lot of, flooding possible. So flash flood watches are in effect for, the areas in the dark green, as well as flood warnings are in effect for the areas in the light green. I know it's kind of hard to see since we're looking at a regional view here. So now we're going to go ahead and move into the last segment. This is our local forecast, across northern Virginia and bits of Maryland and actually bits of northeastern West Virginia. Today we're going to have a chance of thunderstorms, mostly early. We might have a break in clouds later on tonight. However, general temperatures around the mid-70s to low 80s. Overall, not a bad day. However, sunshine might be a little bit hard to come across today. So we're going to have lows, in the mid-60s to lower 70s. Tomorrow we're looking at, partly cloudy skies, high at 80 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit across the region. Same as the lows as tonight, 65 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Moving to, Sunday. Sunday's actually looking like a pretty nice day. We're going to see partly cloudy skies. We're going to see a lot of sunshine, it looks. 75 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Moving to Sunday night, 60 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit, so we're looking in the 60s in general. Monday, we're looking at partly cloudy skies, 75 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit across the region. Monday night, we're looking at 60 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit across the region. And Tuesday, we're looking pretty much overcast, 70 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. My name is Andrew Heischman. I am the lead forecaster here at NWW116. I hope everyone has a great day today. I will say we do have social media. I'll leave it in the description if you guys want to follow, as we usually post on Twitter, but we post on all of our platforms. I'm just saying we're mostly active on Twitter. So if you guys want to follow us and follow up to date with the weather, I will leave it in the description so you guys can follow us on social media. My name is Andrew Heischman once again. I hope everyone has a wonderful day today, and I will see you guys in the next forecast.